With hundreds of beauty products on the market, picking the right one can be a challenge for any woman. Professional makeup artist Sarah Jagger went shopping on your behalf and compared many of the leading brands in order to recommend the top 3 liquid foundations. Hello, I'm Ars Hewitt and this is Sarah Jagger. Hi Sarah.
Hi.
Now today we're looking at liquid foundations, and basically there are different foundations to match different skin types, isn't there?
That's right. I've chosen one to bring along that is for combination skin, one for dry skin and one for oily skin. I'll demonstrate on these 3 models.
Lovely. Well, let's start with Hayley. What type of skin does Hayley have?
Hayley has a fairly normal skin. I would call it combination skin, in that it might get slightly oily in some places and slightly dry in others, but generally fairly normal. I have Clinique Superbalanced Makeup here, which is a liquid designed to even out the dry skin and the oily skin. So anywhere where you're prone to shine, it will dull down the shine and mattify slightly. Anywhere where you're a little bit dry, it will provide the moisture. So it's a good sort of all-rounder in terms of a foundation.
Yeah, I've used that particular brand before and it's absolutely fantastic. It was really nice and smooth to put on as well.
Absolutely.
Whether you put it on with a brush or a sponge or...
I like to use a brush. You can use a sponge, a brush, your fingers, apply it however you like. It gives a beautiful sort of quite a medium to sheer coverage with a really natural finish.
Wonderful. Okay, well let's move on to dry skin now.
Move on to Katie, who is ever so slightly dry. I'm using Shiseido Lifting Foundation, which I'll just apply to my hand first. It's in a handy sort of pump dispenser. This is a cream, almost bordering on a mousse-like texture. It's quite a heavy coverage. It's quite pigmented, so you really need only a small amount on your brush, fingers, sponge, however you choose to do it. Work it into the skin. The great thing about this makeup is that it will lift, it will firm, as well as providing moisture. And just really feels very comfortable. Anyone with dry skin will feel quite taut, and this will really give that hydration.
And presumably, yes, it carries on hydrating the skin rather than kind of drying it out.
And the lifting, firming ingredients make it a fantastic anti-aging makeup too.
Lovely. Well, let's move on to Vita then. Lastly.
Vita has slightly oily skin, gets a little bit shiny in places, especially on the T-zone area. The Chanel Matte Reflecting Makeup is fantastic because it's a sheer to medium coverage with a really silky finish. It really leaves an almost powdery type effect on the skin. I rarely put powder on after I've applied this foundation.
It's almost like a 2-in-1 then, even though it's not marketed as such.
It really is. It really will leave your skin feeling quite flat, so you won't get any shine whatsoever. If you ever get shiny, sweaty, oily, spot prone, go for a mattifying makeup like this.
So it's ideal if you work in an office with lots of lights or a kind of hot environment.
Exactly. This will literally absorb any shine in the skin.
Lovely. Now, I know I was once told that if you're going to invest in any type of makeup, best to invest in a good foundation.
Exactly. Get yourself a good foundation, apply it well, make sure that you've applied it all the way down the jawline, blend it into the neck, and that should be all you need for...
Well, thank you very much for those tips. Here's a quick roundup then of Sarah's top 3 liquid foundations. The best for oily skin is Chanel's Double Perfection Fluid. The best for dry skin is Shiseido's Lifting Foundation. And the best for combination skin is Clinique's Superbalanced Makeup. Well, that's all for now, but join us next time for top 3.